come up 1 foot behind the other. So my alarm goes off early, and I'd snoozed it. I've been awake. I was awake at 3, and then it was so windy. I couldn't really get back to sleep. It was sort of bothering me. So in the end, got up, made a drink, read my book for a bit, went back to sleep. Okay, changed direction. And then, so when the alarm went off this morning, I snoozed it, turned it off the second time, right, flick it out of your foot. And then in the end, Matilda came into my bedroom, and she was like, "Mum, you need to get up." So, changed direction. So yeah, that was this morning's kind of dramas, but all good. Right, put that foot down, do the other side. I'm just going to change the angle of the screen. I think my mat is just a little bit too close. Maybe you get this, yeah, a bit more of the top of my head now. So change direction if you haven't already. My toes are a bit crunchy as well. That's what happens when you don't give yourself enough time to wake up. Okay, flick it out of your foot. Turn circles with your ankle and change direction. Lovely. Pop your feet together, big toes together, heels apart, knees a little bit bent. I'd like you to circle your knees. And change direction. Good, come up to stand. So zip up the thighs, lift the toes, push forwards through the hips, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. Then raise the arms up, reach up tall, toes down, heels up, and give your body a long stretch. Good, come back down, heels down, hands down. We'll turn the tailbone in a circle now. And change direction. Same thing, come up to stand, lift the toes, hips forwards, tail down, roll the shoulders back. Good, then lift the arms up, reach up, look up, lifting the chin, toes down, heels up, and take a little twist on the spot, please. This might take me a while to find my balance. Come back to center, go the other way. And then back to center, hands down, heels down, and give it all a shake out. All right, separate your feet, please. Link your fingers, elbows together, start to roll the wrists and to sink down into the hips. Then come up to stand and squeeze the thighs. Coming down, hips down, and then coming up and squeeze. One more time, hips down and up. Now, change the link of your fingers, change the spin of the wrists. Do 3 more down and up, down and up, down and up. Lovely. Shake it out of your hands, your elbows, your shoulders. Then we'll spin the feet a little bit closer in. We'll hang the arms forwards and start to swing the arms across the front body. Lovely. Opening your wingspan, creating movement through the shoulders. And we're going to wrap the arms up. You're going to take right arm in front of left arm. Make the shape with the arms that you prefer. And we'll take 2 or 3 circles with the elbows. Good, change direction. And then come back to center. Elbows forwards, chin to chest. Then back to neutral. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Folding down as you exhale. Hanging the head and taking a little sway from side to side. Being mindful of the hamstrings, mindful of the back. Not over folding. Just getting the body used to a little bit of stretch as you warm up. Okay, Coming back to center, take an inhale, rise back up to stand. Elbows lift up high, reach up, and then release and swing. So just a few more opening for the front body. And then we're going to do left in front of right. So when that next happens for you, wrap your arms up again. 2 to 3 circles with the elbows. Good. And change direction. Come to center, 3 breaths to the back of the body. Exhale to neutral. 2 more, inhale. Breathe into the shoulder blades. And exhale. Inhale, elbows forwards. Fall down as you exhale. A little bit of strength in the legs, remember, because you want to be stable, but you don't need to over straighten the legs. Just hang your upper body, dangle down. Lovely. Come back to center, rise up, elbows lift, front body lengthens, and we release. Swing it out, and then slowly come into a standing rotation where you spin on the spot. Tapping the opposite shoulder. Good job. There's a lot of crunchiness going on in my body this morning, but if I was just practicing on my own, I'd probably spend a lot longer here, just trying to find more fluidity and more movement. However, we're going to slow it down and gradually come to a stop so that you can reframe your feet underneath your hips. And I'd like you then to do some side bends, so lift the tip of one ear. And then the other side, tip of the ear. Start to tilt the spine. Keep lifting the tip of the ear. Going from side to side gently. Getting a little bit deeper each time. Lovely. One more. And then come back to a neutral position and give your shoulders a little shruggy roll. Good. All right. Stay standing, but look over one shoulder. And then do the other side, look over the shoulder. Good. Come down, come to center, look down at your toes. And then roll the chest open as you look up at the ceiling. Look down at your toes and dangle your arms a little bit in front to round your upper back. And then squeeze the shoulders together, pull the shoulders back and open the chest. Go down a little bit deeper, maybe touch your toes. My legs are really stiff this morning, it's really interesting. And then rolling back, coming all the way up. Take the arms out behind you a little bit. Push forwards through the hips so you've got a little back bend happening. Then raise the arms up above your head. Reach up tall. And we'll softly bring the hands together, bring the hands to the heart. I'd like you to take an inhale and rise up. Hands lift up towards the ceiling. Swan dive to ground, slowly exhaling. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, put the hands onto the shins. Pop the hands down onto the floor. Walk the feet back and bend the knees. Bring the knees down onto the ground. Start to slowly circle with the hips, but also circle your shoulders over your wrists. and then change direction. Good job. So coming back towards the center, tuck the toes, take an inhale, lift the tail, lift the chest, lift the chin. Then drop the chest between the thumbs, slither onto the belly and pull the chest up, squeeze the backs of the legs. Lift onto the knees, tuck your toes and take a downward facing dog where we pedal the heels. Just find a little bit of stretch down the entire back leg from the ankle all the way up to the sit bones. Good. And then let's walk the feet forwards up to the top of your mat. Hang down over both legs. Gosh, it's still really stiff for me. And then you're coming up, taking an inhale and rising up. Bring the arms up above your head and bring the hands together and then down to the heart. Good job. From here, can you take your right leg and take it across the front of the shin and drop the shin and the calf into each other, please? Then you're going to look towards the left. No, what way are we going to go? So you've taken your foot. I have to keep on remembering. I think we're going to look that way. Yeah, I might have to figure out the way we're looking. So take your left arm underneath, your right arm over the top. We've done this before, it's like a Shiva dance. And I want you to look over your shoulder, okay? Then what you're going to do next is take the foot behind, like a curtsy squat. Yeah, I need to work on my lefts and rights. And you're going to hold onto your right wrist and then lean over to the right. So you've got a little bit of a side bend happening. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other side. Come back towards the center. Take your left foot in front of your right shin and then bend both knees so you're kind of dropping into each other. And then we're actually going to look this way. So take the left arm underneath, the right arm over the top, and look over your left shoulder to the side. Then come back to center. This leg now goes behind, the toes tuck under, you bend into both knees, arms are up, hold on to the left wrist and lean to the right. Very nice. Good, so we'll do it one more time on each side so that I get it right. So step back and bring the arms back. Take the right foot in front of the left and then right arm under, left arm over and lean to the right. This is where I went wrong the first time. Then the hands come back to the center, the foot slides behind and you're going to lean over to the other way this time. Yeah, lovely, really nice. So really good for the waist. This is really good for toning the waist. Coming back towards the center, left foot in front. Go the same way so that the left arm is under, right arm is over. You're still leaning over to the left. And then take the left foot behind, the arm comes up and you're going to hold. Now, maybe in the sequence, we will do it a bit like this. So the foot will come behind and you'll take the arm behind like this and do a slightly different version of it, but we'll get there. At the moment, I just wanted you to feel into your waist and come back towards the center. Take a little bit of a release. Okay, so that's the start of the sequence, but it's the fiddly start, so we needed to get the lefts and the rights correct. So what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to gently take the right foot and take it in front of the left shin, fall them into each other. Take the arms up and over your head, hold your left wrist and lean to the right, please. Okay, now come back to center, lower the arms, take the right foot behind and let's take the arms up, hold the right wrist and lean to the left. Excellent. Come back towards the center and I'd like you to float your right knee up in front of you. Maybe hold on to the knee and open the right arm behind so you've got a little bit of a twist going on. Nice. From here, float the right leg back. Now, eventually you're going to come onto the top of the foot, so the top of the toes. In fact, let's try it because you're pretty strong. So let's pop, instead of putting the toes down, tucking the toes, be on the top of the foot, land on the top of the foot. It's much harder, be careful with your toenails. Take your arms up and gently lean back. Ooh, so it's really working your upper thigh. Now pop your right knee down onto the floor, and if these are very close, just wiggle the left foot further back. You're going to take your right arm up into the air, and your left hand, you can slide it down your left thigh or even towards your left heel if you like. But keep moving your left knee forward. So there's still this kind of emphasis on the side of your body. You're working into the side of your waist. Now you're cartwheeling up towards the top of the mat. So the right hand can find the floor. Tuck the right toes under and lift the right leg out behind you. So you're balancing on your left. Turn to the left and lift your left arm for revolved half moon pose. And then swap the hands, bring the left hand down, the right hand up for a full moon pose. You've got it, well done. Now from here, you're going to stride your right foot to the back end of the mat, but turn to the right. So I'm going to be facing you. I'm going to stick with my rights and lefts, so it's going to look like we're going in a weird way. Turn your left toes, so instead of them being out at an angle, they face the way you're facing. The arms are coming up, and you're going to lean like this into a side bend, standing. Excellent, well done. Pop the foot back down, turn the toes out, bring the hands to the sides of your head and bend your knees. You're going to lean over to your right knee and tap your right elbow onto your right knee. Good. Come back up, release the hands, straighten the legs, take the hands behind your back, spin your right heel out, bend your left knee. You can turn the toes to the top of the mat. You're going to stretch the arms out behind you and fold to humble warrior towards the inside of the left thigh. So your head is pointing to the top right hand corner of your mat. From here, let go of your arms. Take the right hand to the floor, spin up the back heel, and then keep spinning on the feet. So you come to the outside edges of the feet and you sink the hips towards the ground. Okay, I don't have a name for this pose. I never remember. I don't know what it's like. One of those, it's a modern pose, so it's kind of been given a modern Sanskrit version. Come back towards the center and lay your back knee down. Grab hold of your left foot and take it across your mat so that you can come into pigeon pose with your left leg forwards. Walk your right leg back and lift your chest. I promise it does get a little bit flowier once we've got it. Pop the hands onto the floor, walk the back leg in and sweep your left foot up towards the ceiling for three-legged dog. Bend the knee, flip your dog looking under your arm. And if you want, you can come into wild thing where you take the shoulders forwards, you take the left foot behind the right leg and then lift the hips, opening the left arm up. Good job. Flip back to three-legged dog. Stepping your left foot up towards the top of your yoga mat. We'll rise up to balancing warrior, facing forwards. Then you're going to step with the right leg into Karate Kid. Crossing the right leg over the left thigh and sinking down to figure of four squat. Preparation for crow pose. Maybe we'll fit that in, maybe we won't, it doesn't matter. We're going to come back up. You're going to pop the foot down onto the floor. That's the end of the sequence. You're going to lift the arms up. Swan dive down to the ground. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Slide back to plank. Your choice of vinyasa, knees, chin, chest or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Lovely. Downward facing dog. Push back through the thigh bones. Hang your head to lengthen your spine. Now, gently walk up to the top of your mat. Hang down over both legs. Then inhale your way all the way up to stand. And bring your palms together and hands down towards the heart. So there's a lot to it, but we're going to do the other side. We'll do the other side slowly, and then when we come to do the second version, we'll speed it up a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. So when you're ready, you're going to take your left foot over the front and fall the shin and the knee, the calf into each other. Take your left arm underneath, right arm over the top, and lean to the left, please. So you're opening the right hand side of your waist. Now come back towards the center and we'll spin the arms the other way. So you're going to take your right arm behind you, left arm over, sweep the left foot behind and come into your curtsy squat that way round. Really nice. Lovely. Now bring the knee up in front of you. Hold on to the knee and twist to the left, opening the left arm behind. Softly lean, stretching your left leg back and land on the top of your foot if you can. Really go far back if you can. Rising up, so this is really going to work at your hip stability and your core strength. It's going to open your hip flexors. And then you're laying your left knee down, you're turning to the right and leaning the hand back, but keep taking the right knee forwards. Good job. Cartwheel, left hand goes to the top of the mat, launch off of the back leg into a twisted half moon. Well done. Right hand down, turn the other way. Half moon, standard pose. Good, just open through the hips, turn the torso, be strong through the legs. Now stride to the back end of your mat. Turn your right toes so they point the way you're pointing. Lift your arms up and lean into the side of your body. Good job. Woo, she says, I lost it. Foot comes back to the floor. Turn the toes out, start to bend the knees. Hands to the side of the head, tip left elbow to knee. Good, then come back, take the hands behind, spin the right toes to the top, kick out the left heel and fold to humble warrior. Good job. Release the hands, spin up the back heel. Take the left hand quite far in front of where the left toes are. Keep spinning onto the outside edges of the feet so you can sink into the hip. Lovely stuff. Then come back towards the center. Grab hold of the foot. Take it across your mat to lay down and come into a pigeon. And we'll stay upright because we're not going to be here for long. So we'll just use it to open the spine. Then from here, we're going to put the hands down. Walk the back toes under to shorten the length out behind you, because then you'll find it easier to sweep your right foot up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, flip the dog, look under the arm, and if you want, you come into wild thing, foot behind, lift hips. Nice, well done. Back to three-legged dog, foot goes up, this is your right foot. Step right foot up to the top of the mat and rise up. Inhale. Karate Kid, floating the knee and taking the foot across, figure of four, hands or elbows down. Come back up, inhale, arms up. Look up, swan dive to ground, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to floor, step back to plank. Knees to chest or chaturanga. Into cobra or up dog. And then meet me back in downward dog. Have a little press. Again, a lengthen for the spine. Extra breath, take an inhale and an exhale. Walking the feet up Fold over both legs. And then inhale, rise to stand. Look up, hands to heart. All right, well done. Okay, so that's our sequence. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my water and then we're gonna go straight in to the other side. We will skip out the sun salutation in the middle once we've done side number 1. We'll just come on to side number 2. Okay, guys. All good. Right then, let's do this. Start to take your right foot in front of your left shin, let them fall into each other, right arm under, left arm over. Lean to the right, open your left waist. Now spin the arms like a washing machine. Left arm goes behind, right arm goes over, right leg goes behind, little curtsy squat. Leg goes up in front, hold onto the knee and take the body into a standing twist. Softly float this leg back. See if you can land on the top of the foot, but if that's too tricky, leave it out. Just have your toes tucked under, it's not a problem. Pop the knee down, turn to the left. Maybe you tuck the toes under to lift the heel so you can find the heel and sweep the right arm over the top of your head. Then come back, right hand to floor, float the right leg off, spin to the left, half moon, and then half moon again with the left hand down and the right arm lifting. Excellent. Very good. Stride to the back of your mat. Turn the angle of the left foot. Arms up, lean to the side, find a side balance. Good. Place the foot down, turn the toes, bend the knees. Side bend, right elbow down. Coming up, hands behind, change the legs. Humble warrior, so it's like warrior 2 legs, folding to the inside of the thigh. Good, release the hands, stay low. Right hand goes forward, spin on the feet, sink the hips. Come back up, knee down, foot goes across the mat, and stretch your right leg back, lift your chest. Plant the hands, walk the foot in, sweep the left foot up to the ceiling. Bend the knee, you can stay here in a flipped dog or come into wild thing, it's up to you. Then come back, 3-legged dog. Left foot steps up. Rise up to stand, balancing warrior. Good job. Float right knee up. And then very good. Cross it over, figure of 4, sink into the hips. Good. I don't know why you ended up at the back, but that was interesting. Come back up, foot goes to floor, arms up. Left foot goes over the front of the shin and we sink into the hips. You're going to take left arm under, right arm over, lean to the left. Then washing machine the arms. One arm goes behind, one arm goes over. Foot goes behind and you take a side bend to the right. Good, come up, knee comes up. Hold the knee, open the arm, take a standing twist. Lovely. Gently take the leg back. Land on the top of the foot if you can. Oopsie, rise up. Open up through the hip flexor. Then pop the knee down, tuck the back toes. Take the hand down to the foot, but move the right knee forwards as the left arm comes over the top. Then it's a cartwheel to the top of the mat. Hand comes down, launch into half moon, revolved half moon. You've got it, well done. Right hand down, left arm up, turn the other way. Beautiful. Stride to the back of the mat. Turn the right toes. Arms up, lean to the right, take your side bend. She says. Then come back, foot grounds, turn the toes, squat, side bend to the left. Come back up, hands behind, Frame the feet for warrior 2 legs and fold humble warrior to the inner right thigh. Let the hands release. Left hand comes quite far in front. Spin on the feet to sink the left hip to the ground. That's it, you've got it, well done. Gently come back up, facing forwards. Take the right foot to the left. Lay the knee down, stretch the leg back and open the chest. Nice. Plant the hands, walk the toes back in, sweep the right foot up to the ceiling and then flip your dog. And if you want, wild thing. Beautiful, well done, lift the hips. Come back, 3-legged dog. Good, step foot forwards. Facing forwards, balancing warrior. Karate Kid. Hands to prayer. Crossover, figure of 4 and sink down. Good, plant the foot. Arms up, inhale. Swan dive to ground, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to floor, step back to plank. Your choice, knees, chin, chest or chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog and press back. Good. Float your knees to the ground. Come into any variation of child's pose that works for you and just take a rest for a second. Okay, so when you're ready, lift your upper body and come to sit. Stretching your legs out straight in front of you, heels away and toes are up. Hands down by your sides. Take an inhale, raise the arms up. Then turn to the right, taking the left hand forwards and the right hand behind you and stay upright but twist. Then inhale, face forwards. Keep the legs pressing into the mat. Turn the other way. Left hand behind, right hand onto the knee. Come back up, face forwards. Keep the legs strong. Turn again to the right. Only this time bring your hands to the floor. Now keep the legs as straight as you can, but just see if you can lean to the side, lean to the ground. Good. Then come back up, lift the arms up, face forwards, turn to the left. See if you can bring the hands to the floor. Keep the legs straight, but take a little lean to the ground on the left-hand side. Coming back up, lift the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, fold the center to find your feet, press the legs into the mat. Don't worry if it still feels really stiff so far today. You're going to take another breath. And then we will take an inhale, rise up, arms up. Take the hands to the floor behind, squeeze open the chest, look up, lift the chin. Good. And then from here, bring the hands out in front. Control, control, control as you lay slowly down onto your mat. And just for a brief moment, separate your feet, give your legs a shake. Relax your arms and your shoulders into the mat. And enjoy a couple of breaths, just being still for a moment. So let's have a wiggle of fingers, a wiggle of toes. Take a stretch out of the arms and the legs, make yourself long. And then gather your knees in towards you. Have a little hug of the knees, a little stretch out of the lower back. Before rolling to the side and coming round and up to sit. All right, let's finish together. Fingertips out to the sides, well done. Inhale the arms up, let the palms find each other, and exhale the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for practicing this morning. Well done. Namaste to you. And have a lovely, lovely day.